Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. This is our first look show. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on March 1st, Flex Friday. We got 9 games. It should be a good time. We had a little bit of mixed emotions tonight. The dunk props across the board just didn't really play out. Our Discord was so locked into so many dunk props, and Giannis was the only one who really hit for us. Actually, no, Banchero hit, which I unfortunately faded. I just felt nervous about it, but a bunch of people in the Discord took Banchero for 0.5, and that paid off. We had a lot of heavy hitters in the Discord going off tonight. Unfortunately, I didn't tail the right slips tonight, so I ended up coming out negative on the night. Not too bad. Had a couple keep me from having a really bad night, but gosh, with that protected play that a bunch of people randomly got protected plays. I got one of them for 15. And so I just made a YOLO slip. I shared mine to the community section. And I just every now and then when I get a protected play, I'll do things differently tomorrow for Flex Friday, but sometimes I'll just load the protected play with demons and take a long shot, try to hit a 100x or something,
I did not get a protected play. I got tailed by Prize Picks tonight, so that was fun. Had a rough night, and it's not good over here on Jordy's end. Not a happy camper tonight.
Well, at least you'll for sure get a protected play tomorrow.
Maybe.
And so let's talk about this slate. Before we do, though, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Just throw that code in, they'll hook you up. So if you deposit the whole 100, you'll get 200 to play with. It's that easy. Just make sure you throw the code in and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll want notifications on just so you don't miss out on these plays, because they do get bumped and removed sometimes pretty quickly. Hasn't been too bad lately, but you just never know when the lines are changing, especially during the daily show when it's a more populated board. And if you guys don't mind, do us a favor and like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. It just helps us grow, puts us in front of a larger audience, and we appreciate everything you guys have done to help us grow this far. Still just trying to get up to that 11,000 subs mark, so we appreciate you guys. These are the plays we're going to be covering. I'm going to be taking Pascal Siakam over 10.5 rebounds and assists, and CJ McCollum over 3.5 rebounds. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Cade Cunningham for over 1.5 3-pointers made, and Herbert Jones for his first half PRA over 9.
All right. Sounds good. Well, before we get into that, we just want to tell you guys quickly about Chalkboard, which is another platform that we've been having a blast on. Some of you are already familiar with this. I know some of these states, there's weird stuff going on right now. I guess Florida is getting rid of sounds like everything, but Hard Rock Bet or some single platform or something like that. Chalkboard might still be available. You might want to check that out. But I'm hearing about all these changes, which is a bummer because, the thing is these platforms will figure out a way to make it. I know that in some states they're doing Prize Picks Arena. So they're figuring out ways to get around things and change the dynamic of the play a little bit, but just sit tight if your state is blocking you from using these. But you should check out Chalkboard. It might be available. It is iOS only right now, but March 18th, they're going to be dropping the Android version. They have plays as low as $1. And my favorite part about it is you get to set your own lines. By far, I liked that even before they added the shield play. So now you can do dollar plays, which I still, I just like having the option to go as low as $1 if I feel like it. Make a couple YOLO slips and throw a couple bucks on each of them. But yeah, if you adjust your lines like this CJ McCollum line at 3.5 rebounds, if I think he's going to go for 6 or 7, I could bump that up to 4.5 or 5.5 and increase my multiplier so I get a higher payout. Just the same if I was I think Pascal is going to be, 10.5 might be a little steep. I could bump that down to 8.5 or 9.5, whatever they let you go to, but it'll just lower your multiplier. So you have all that control over it. And now with the shield play option, you don't even have to hit every pick on your slip to cash. So if you guys want to check that out, they'll match your first deposit up to $100 as well. Just use code BACKDOOR and they'll hook you up. There's a link in the description of the video if you guys want to check that out. All right. Okay, so let's do this recap real quick. I'm just gonna rip through mine real fast. I'll go my first look and daily show. First look, I did not do good. So Jay Crowder, 4.5 rebounds. I felt so good about this play. I put this in multiple slips, made a couple 2-man slips last night to just kind of hedge my bets a little bit. And he only went for 2. He couldn't get 4.5. So that didn't work out for us. It happens sometimes. And then Chet was like so active all night. We took him for 8.5 rebounds. I thought this was another play I felt really comfortable with. He ended up just going for 7, so he fell short a little bit, even though he had like a pretty wild night. Him and Wimby just continues to amaze me, man. But so went 0 of 2 in the first look show, and then of all the dunk props, Giannis came through for us. He had 2 straight matches against Charlotte where he was covering that line. And he's one of the only players that is actively dunking that much game after game. So felt good about that. He ended up going for 4. We took him at 2.5. And then Victor Wembanyama, we took him for 4.5 blocks and steals, and he ended up going for 7. The dude is just a total freak. But yeah, ended up going 2 for 2 in the daily show. How'd you do, Jordy? You still there?
Oh, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. My mic muted. Yeah, but in the night picks, I had, sorry again about us not having a night video. My internet service provider decided to do a random update and not tell anybody. So that went on till 3 in the morning. So that was not happening last night. So anyway, we had posted that slip in the community section though, so that's another reason to have the notifications on. But we took Jonathan Kuminga for over 2.5 assists. He hooked us at 2. He had a really good shooting night, so he wasn't interested in passing the ball really. So he just went kind of crazy, but he played 30 minutes and could only get 2 assists, which is kind of unfortunate. I thought that was the most lock play. I mean, when we got on, I was like, all right, I got 2 of my plays, and Russo was like, okay, Kuminga assist and what else? Because we both knew one of us were going to take that play. Yep. And he hooked everybody, so that sucks. And then we took Colin Sexton for over 1.5 threes. I love this kid so much. He's so much fun to watch. He had 3 threes tonight, so we cashed on that one. And then in the day video, I took John Collins' first half PRA for over 12. He had 19. He went for 14 points and 5 rebounds, so he played great. And then the only reason that this whole slip didn't cash for us on the day video was Lou Dort. We took him for over 1.5 threes, and he shot 1 for 6 from 3. So that was just a classic Lou Clank night. He just, couldn't cash. Yeah, he just couldn't cash 1 more 3 for us. So that sucked.
Yeah. Well, we'll get it back. Let's go, into this next slate with the right vibes.
Yeah.
I do feel good about what we're getting at first look, even though the board honestly doesn't look great right now.
Yeah.
There wasn't like a whole lot to choose from. As we're filming this, there's a decent amount of plays on the board, but just not a lot that I'm, looking to. I'm not going to make a ton of stuff tonight, but I do feel good about the 4 we picked out. And I'll keep looking around. I'll drop some more in the Discord tonight. Speaking of the Discord, you guys, if you're interested in checking it out, it's about 50 cents a day. And, there is just a lot of value in there, because we're constantly building slips the whole night. Like, we're getting ready to get into some League of Legends. We do esports at night, just good vibes. So if you guys want to check that out, just go through the link in the description of the video, and then make sure you subscribe under the server subscription section, and then it'll unlock all the channels for you. But yeah, it's about 50 cents a day or so. But we have a really, really great community, and we work together to build out slips. So we'll be doing all of our protected plays tomorrow. Man, it sucks because I know I'm going to be hesitant to take dunk props tomorrow because of what happened to us today. But they're typically pretty solid if you're getting the right guys and the right matchup. So you can't let a day like today discourage you. Hopefully you guys did better than we did. But yeah, you got to just shake it off because there's going to be days like this. But all right, let's get into these plays. So Pascal Siakam, 10.5 rebounds and assists. They're running it back. I believe that they just played the Pelicans. So we got a 238.5 over under with the Pelicans favored by 5.5. So should be, not concerned about a blowout here. But I'm kind of surprised that they're favoring the Pelicans here because Indiana is so tough. If we take a look at Siakam here, though, he's gone over this in 4 out of his last 5 and just had a monster game in this department against the Pelicans on the 28th. He went for 11 rebounds and 5 assists, so he got 16 on that. The matchup is difficult, though, but I just, it's like he literally just did this. So they are 9th in rebounds allowed and 3rd in assists allowed to power forwards. So the matchup's a little bit tough, somewhat middle of the road with rebounding, but assists in particular. But if he can get us, 10.5, that he could have somewhat of a down night compared to his last matchup with them. And then he should still be able to cash this. And even the game right before that, he was close to 10 rebounds again, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. So I like to stay in the flames with plays like this, especially for first look when the board is not giving us a whole lot to work off right now. But he's averaging 33 minutes a game over the last 5 and just 3 fouls per game. So not really in that area of fouls where I'm getting nervous about him missing any time. But I do feel I feel great about this play. I'll definitely be taking it for more. On daily grind, this is juiced to go under just slightly, I believe. Just basically a 50-50 shot, just slightly favoring the under. 50.44% odds to hit the under. They have it at a minus 119. So we're always going to let you guys know, obviously, when the tools are telling us otherwise from what we're feeling. But I'm going to be taking this for more. I'm going to be putting in several slips tonight, and then I'm probably just going to wait for the board to fill out tomorrow because it is pretty tight right now. But there's a little bit of mixed emotions across other odds makers. It looks like DraftKings, BetMGM, and Caesars all have this slightly favored to go over instead of under. So go with your gut. You don't have to take any of these plays. You might see something on the board that you like better than what we're showing you, and just take that. We're just here to try to help and show you what we're getting into and why we like these plays. My next play, CJ McCollum, I feel really good about this. 3.5 rebounds. It's pretty low. I wouldn't be surprised if it's set at 4 tomorrow. I know this is the same game, so we did just cover the over under, so I'll just skip that for now. But if we hop back over to Outlier here, we can see CJ's gone over this 7 out of his last 10 games. 4 is pretty easy to hit. And he just went for 6 against Indiana last time they played on the 28th. So feeling good about this play. Over his last 10, he's averaging 30 minutes a game and just 1.9 fouls, so not getting in foul trouble there. And let's see how this matchup is. So specifically to shooting guards, it is a tough matchup. They're 4th in rebounds allowed. Indiana is, but they're allowing 7 per game. But I think that 4, if he's averaging just 1 a quarter, he'll be good to go. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now with the board. Is I just want to take stuff that seems like a pretty safe play, and both of these feel pretty safe to me. And if you guys are interested in checking out Outlier, as always, there's a link in the description of the video. You can get a 7-day free trial since we've partnered up with them. So they just want to give you a little week to see how you like it, But if you do check it out, make sure you mess around with the features because there's so much value in here. Definitely take advantage of that week if you go check it out. All right, so back over to Daily Grind. They've got this one favored to go over pretty heavily, actually. 53.29% odds to hit the over. Daily Grind has it at a minus 134, so heavily juiced. Across the board, we have 130 and higher, all the odds makers. So I expect this play to move pretty quickly, so you're going to want to jump on it probably pretty soon. But yeah, that does it for my 2 plays for first look. I'm going to pass it over to Jordy now to wrap this up.
Yeah, man. So to get me started here, actually, before I do that, I almost forgot. We want to tell you guys about Daily Grind. Daily Grind is by far one of our favorite sponsors we have. Their DFS optimizer is just our saving grace sometimes. If we're in a hurry, sometimes you can just hop on and make some banger slips. And I had a run 2 weeks ago where not even that long ago, it was last week, where I was quickly making slips. It happened to me 3 times when I was at Walmart with my wife, and I just hopped on the optimizer and took a bunch of the high optimized plays, and I was cashing 6-mans a lot. So it's a really cool app. They're definitely super user friendly too, very cleaned up. They're one of my favorite apps when it comes to just overall aesthetic of it. But they are giving all of our viewers 25% off on all of their tools. So definitely go check them out. Get hooked up with that 25% off. Use the link in the description below, and they will give you 25% off if you use code backdoor at checkout. So definitely do that. And yeah, let's get right into these plays here. So I've got Cade Cunningham for over 1.5 3-pointers made. I feel pretty good about Cade going over this. He's done this in 4 out of his last 5. Only 4 out of his last 10, but he is heating up in this category. After the All-Star break, he really started to shoot more threes. And in the head-to-head, he's hit this every single time. So I feel good about this matchup for him. Cleveland is very tough, but he's going to get a lot of minutes. And honestly, Detroit has been throwing punches back. They're not getting ran over like they were pre-All-Star break. They've been playing pretty decent. So I'm impressed with Cade, and I expect him to hopefully hit this for us. He's shooting 47% over the last 5 games, which is really good. That's all we need. You just never know with these 3-pointers sometimes. Like Lou Dort had hit his 8 out of his last 10 games, and he's shooting 55% from 3, and tonight he went 1 for 6. So always proceed with caution on these plays. Nothing is ever a lock, but decent matchup. 12th in threes allowed, giving up 2.8, so that's all we need. On Daily Grind, this is a 50.96% chance to go over and a -120. So decent odds on this one. I feel pretty good about it. You guys can take it if you want. A lot of people are taking it. It's in the popular section on Prize Picks already, but I feel good about it. So I'm going to be taking that one as well. And then my next play is Herbert Jones first half PRA. This one is kind of a different one. I've been kind of liking these first half props here, and his PRA looks pretty good. It's set at just 9. He's done this in 4 out of his last 5 games, and he's done it in 7 out of his last 10, 9 out of the last 20. But in the head-to-head, he's missed it once and hit it once the last time they played. This was quite a while back, and then this one was on the 28th, and he went for 12. So just recently he did this, and he played 18 minutes in the first half, which is a lot. So and that's kind of what he's averaging. If you look over his last 5 here, he's averaging almost 20 minutes in the first half. So they play him a lot in the first half. He's a good first half player. I'm fully expecting him to hit this line for us. Great matchup for him in points and rebounds. 27th in points allowed to small forwards, giving up 23.4. 23rd in rebounds, giving up 8.1, and a little bit tougher in assists, 8th, giving up 3.7. But he's capable. I mean, he didn't get any assists in that game, but he went for 9 points and 2 rebounds in the first half last time they matched up, and that was just 2 days ago. So no daily grind on this play because it's a first half prop, but I feel great about this one. So those are the 2 I'm rolling with.
All right, man. If you want to pass it back over to my screen, I was just going to showcase real quick a little bit of like the value we have in the Discord.
Cool.
Just featuring it a little bit because it really does make a difference. Like I said, just 50 cents a day. We do the best we can providing picks for you. We don't withhold picks and do our better picks in the Discord. It's not like that at all. It's just we put these videos out, and then with Discord, anytime we find something, we are jumping in here and sharing it with the community. But honestly, the community as a whole is the best resource. So everyone was cashing tonight. And a lot of times we can start off in a rough spot and still end up putting together some plays that salvage our night. And then, we share all of our wins together and celebrate together. But we had some pretty heavy hitters. Rizzo tonight, he and Bobby had a slip that they both took. Rizzo ended up he put $30 on it, and it cashed for $750. So congrats on that one, bro. But yeah, and then obviously, if you tailed Consul, our other analyst in here tonight, he put out a 6-man that hit. Moose, of course, is hitting all of his 2-mans as usual. This is the 2-man maestro I always talk to you about. That's Moose. You can count on it. When he drops a 2-man slip, you can just kind of tail it, and more likely than not, you're going to hit. But if you guys want to check that out, come say hey to us. Make sure you hop over into the community chat and let us know you're new to the channel. We'll show you the ropes, and the community will welcome you. But we hope you guys have a good Friday. Let's enjoy the weekend. This slate should be pretty fun. We got 9 games to get into. But this is going to do it for us for tonight, guys. We hope you have a great night, and we will catch you tomorrow in the Daily Show.
Good luck, guys.